Hi everyone, and welcome to a tutorial on how to add the archery system to your own character. For this I'm going to use Advanced Locomotion version 3, which is the latest, and yeah, I'm going to try and set it up, move everything over to that system. It's probably going to be a bit of a long video, because there's a lot of stuff that we have to go over, and I'm not going to go into additional weapons. So you may have like a sword and a shield, and uh, and then this bow, but I don't know. There's different ways of swapping between weapons. For now, I'm just gonna add this to a different player character, and I'm sure that you're capable of setting up weapon swapping and all of that logic. All right, let's get started. First off, let's find this guy. We'll open the base character and take your time. Apparently it's the first time opening it. Okay. First thing we want to do is just set the mannequin here. Make sure it's the right one. It is. And rename this, that's very specific, to visualize. Because we will have a variable called arrows later. So, next up, we'll want to open this mannequin, open the skeleton, and do the same for the archery. Character, mesh, skeleton. So there is some sockets. So we'll do bow 1 socket from hand left, paste. And then we need bow back, copy selected socket, and put that on spine 3. Same goes for the quiver socket. Put that on spine 3 as well. And save. Alright, going back to the mesh here. I'll now open the player character and we'll do copy, paste. Make sure that the name is the same. It will just help out later. And make sure it's connected to bow back. Compile. Nice. Then we need a quiver and quiver arrows. Paste. Hook that up to the character. Quiver. Make sure that they are named the same. It's easier. Compile. Bad blueprint. What is going on here? Oh yeah, the bow is broken. Okay, alright. This is still fine. Well, why doesn't he walk normally? Without. Okay, yeah, alright. Okay, cool. That's all working. Quiver arrows. Yeah, open a construction script, because we're gonna do construction script first. So copy this over to the construction script. And create. Delete these two. We need TP camera and we need the spring arm for this. Goodbye. These are variables that will be used in the bow later. So yeah, we now have those variables set up. Next up is let's do aim assist. I'm actually going to be dragging that off screen in a bit. Oh, that's not. Yeah. So now we have to move all that stuff over. Trace radius. Just create the variables. Follow camera is this one. Bow reference still needs to be made. That will come later. Max aim distance is 2000. Trace radius is 50, if I remember correctly. Max trace radius is 100. And then start rotation is set. Follow camera is the TP camera. There we go. This should be 1. And we'll just do get 0. Alright, a bow reference will happen later. Yep. So then we can do begin play sequence. And for now, I'll just copy over everything. Not everything is required. Walk speed, that's not really necessary. Bow reference, here we go. We set it. Player UI. Yeah. Save arrow transforms will be added later. Now let me check the variables. Their defaults. I think everything appears to be fine. And now we can create a new graph. Apologies. Bow graph. And then we bring over everything from the bow graph. Literally everything. Boom. Compile. And then with everything selected, right mouse button and refresh nodes. And that will fix a lot of the errors. So that's pretty nice. And then see if this one's working. Why does it not work yet? Do we need to compile again? Refresh node. Okay, there we go. And now that works as well. So just gonna go over and check again. Bow equipped, create variable, wants to aim, create variable. Arrows, create variable and make that replicated. Not rep notify, but replicated. And a default value of 99999. And bow reference, also replicated. Aiming, replicated. And default is false. Subtract number 1, default 1. Not replicated, but arrows are. So toggle aim, create variable, swapping weapon, yeah. Input used, sprinting false. Well, yeah, you can do that later. All the sprinting rules. Drawing, not replicated or anything. Aiming is, wants to draw. Can draw, needs to default to true. Grab arrow from quiver. Needs to default to false. And oh, 2 functions. But maybe we'll go over the rest first. So we can just create an arrow transform. Hide quiver. Hide quiver. Alrighty, I think we had most of it. So we can now go to... We can probably just refresh. Yeah. Add arrows and subtract arrows. So we'll add a function called add arrows. We'll add a function called subtract arrows. And then let's do this. Just once again going to copy over from a player character. It's a local variable. This should be input arrows to add -1 exit maximum arrows. That's replicated and a default of 100. Alrighty. So that should be that. Now subtract arrows. and then we hit the minus arrows to subtract. And then back to the bow graph. Oh, it actually updated. That's pretty chill. If it didn't, you can just drag them out again and delete all two. Then it's probably just a naming. Named them not 100% the same. And yeah, well, logically Unreal doesn't know what to do with that. Okay, so we did those steps, and now we're going to move on to the bow, the BP Bow Master. And first we'll get some issues with the service type. Now you can add service types, but that's not really relevant for the tutorial, I'd say. So I'm just gonna disconnect them all for now and not come back to that in this video, because that's very easy to look up and then just re-enable yourself. The most important thing we have to do is actually cast to ALS base, cast to the new base character, and set that as owner, but also change this variable to ALS base character, and then change variable type, and then you'll get find in blueprints, and then you just do index all. Yeah, run without source control unless you have source control, and then it updated everything. And you can actually drag that in, disconnect that. So now our character reference is basically new. So we can get default field of view. Basically, have to replace all those variables. And default arm length. You know, you might want to update these to specific variables you use. That's all fine. For now, I'm just gonna do it like this. Camera. Might copy this because we'll use it a bunch. Yeah, that's what I mean. Particle shoot is not something we've added yet. So in the BP player character on the camera, there's a B shoot, and we can copy that over to TP camera. Make sure that the transform is the same 100. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Okie dokie. Compile, it takes a while. Up in here, it's just the particles, nothing fancy. This part we can actually skip, because on right mouse button push in the ALS base character, it already takes care of that logic where you start walking in the direction you are aiming. So we can just delete all of this, which is pretty nice. Then here we can just hook it up to character movements. Character movement sprinting is defined differently, I think. For now we should do shoot sprint, I guess. Should probably overhaul the sprinting logic anyway. No. Actor. Okay. I'm just gonna click through some of them, and basically we just need to replace all of them. We need to go past all the errors and update them. There we go. Get arrows and set arrows. Loop, loop. Alright, that fixed those errors. Set draw might not be a variable we have yet. Yeah, we don't have that yet. It's mainly just used for the animations of the bow. I think that's replicated actually. Replicated default. Let's just look it up real quick. Yeah, draw replicated. Okay. So there's that then. Save, set, draw, not drawing, 0, yes. Oh, again. This is a bit of a tedious process, but yeah, something you have to do when combining things. Play rate. Arrows. Show height quiver. This speaks for itself, kinda. Arrow. So false. And this one. Delete. Delete. Next. Follow. I think we still have that on Control V. We don't. TP camera. Almost came to the part where I stopped last time. Because everything crashed. So, boom. Mesh, that's easy. Set, draw. Oh, get, what does he call it again? Spring arm. There we go. Get TP camera. Oh. Compound. See how many there are left. Ah, just 5. Get arrows. Server subtract arrow. 1. Hook that up here. Hook this up there. Now we deleted the comment. It's okay. Still had it under Control V. Make array. Make that in a little closer. Get a controller. Get a controller. Alrighty. So that compiled now. That's great. So we can move on. Aiming. So we'll just add a custom event called aim input pressed, or maybe add bow. Bow aim input pressed. Bow aim input released. We'll hook that up here, and we'll hook this up there. And now we need to find the aim, or that input in the character that's already here. So there's a player input graph, and we'll look for aim, which was somewhere not here. Oh, here, aim. Yeah. Aim input pressed. Now what you'll notice is that you'll actually have to work this, like the looking direction, into the input pressed, like depending on what settings you end up using for your bow, because this now takes care of the aiming. in the ALS example. But if you're not using ALS, then you didn't delete that code that we just used, that we just deleted in here, because then you'll use this. But then you need to make sure that maybe just remove this part and work it into here. So actually, you know, when on aiming, that it changes, and not outside of that. I can do that for now. Actually, let's just. So drag this out a little bit. It's not gonna be pretty, probably. Velocity direction, looking direction. So we'll go looking direction, aiming event. I don't know what aiming means in this case. I think it slows down the movement, the aiming event. I'll leave that to you. But so this will change it to looking direction, and this will change it to velocity direction. And yeah, we can add this too. That's okay. It's not clean, but it will do for now. It's not really relevant if you're using a different character anyway. So now we should actually see the equipment working. Yeah, we can equip it. It's in our hands. We can actually aim. That's cool. But you know, none of the animations work yet, really. So that's nice. And then if we stop aiming, we're just walking around. The quiver is located in a very nice position. That looks like it's working. I don't think we actually set the. No, there we go. Quiver socket. Okay, there we go. That takes care of that. Next part, the part where I struggled and everything crashed and burned, so hopefully it goes better now. Animations. Oftentimes I just delete the skeleton and then fix all the, or you know, replace all the references with a different animation, but like I said, I had some issues, so we're just gonna do it per thing. Duplicate, ALS, change, and we'll just do, where will we add it? Go animations. Retarget. So now we should have the retargeted animations in there. And we seem to have them. Upper body is a thing. So that's great. So now it should actually work. We'll enter the equip. Equip. This is equip. So yeah. And this is the unequip, which you might not have if you haven't downloaded the update yet, unequip, because that's something I added later. But it should be in the latest version of the package. So you need to replace that here and here. And then compile. Now hopefully, I've not been here yet, animations will play, and they don't. So that means that probably in the NMBP, there's no upper body. Full body, I don't see upper body. I'll look for it. Upper body, no results. Okay, so upper body is not allowed yet, so I guess we'll start working in this thing. So this always comes after. We'll save this. Sorry if I'm a bit slower. Like I said, I've not been here yet in the process. So movement results. Get movement result. Use Casper. Okay, whatever. Slot upper body. Blend poses by layered blend per bone. Yeah, I always forget. Terrible. So we'll do spline 1, depth 2 is probably okay. Oh, spine. Yeah. Disgrace. Okay, and now we need to hook that up in there. There we go. So now what? Did I still write it wrong? Maybe I still wrote. Yeah, it's 0, 1. Okay, my mistake. So now here we go. Now we can aim. We can't draw yet, which concerns me because now we're technically should be allowed to draw. Oh, we don't even call the draw anywhere yet. We didn't set that up. So usually I would set up the drawing or whatever in the player input graph, because then you can let's just do it in here. Left mouse button, and then it's like I would do a switch. So depending on what weapon I have equipped or what weapon I want to equip, I would switch what left mouse button would do. So if the sword is equipped, you would do the swinging of the sword. If the bow is equipped, we want to go for add custom event, bow, draw, pressed, add custom event, bow, draw, released, release. So, but since we're not doing that now, I won't put a switch here or like a branch. I'll just do it the original way, which is like bow, draw, pressed, bow, draw. But that's something you should keep in mind when you're, applying it to your own character that already has other weapons that you may want to use. So none of that logic gets called. So we can now equip, we can now aim, and we can now fire once with double UI on the screen. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Maybe the dummy causes the WI actually. I'm gonna whoa. Yeah, that's not relevant. Yeah, that's my mistake. Okay. Because he's based on the same parent. So we can go ahead and fix that right away. Actually, locally controlled. Why would he say? Well, you could just disable or add like a bool called bolt, and then yeah, okay, that's not too hard to do. Just add a bool called bolt and then skip this part and go straight here, or delete the bow attach altogether and make sure that that function doesn't run on bots or dummies or whatever. Okay, so we can only shoot once. That's potentially problematic, but that's probably also animation related now that I think of it. So we'll go back to the bow graph, and this is the equip and holster. Replace bow. Fire montage. There we go. So we have this, and we'll have to retarget these. I'll send them here as well. Fire. Okay, so we now have both of these, fire arrow montage, and let me see, fire arrow montage. Hooked it up. Primary fire fast. We don't have that yet. So retarget both of these as well. Sorry for taking the long route on this, but I don't want it to crash again and lose half the progress. So what was it again? Let me... Fire, primary, fast. Primary fire, fire, primary... Okay. Primary fire. Alright. Fire, arrow, grab, new montage. Fire, arrow, grab, new montage. primary fast. Yeah. Okie dokie. So now we should have those animations as well. And let's have a look. And now we can actually fire multiple arrows, so that's great. Nice. Alright. That's cool. Next up would be the aiming animations, right? Because we have... What's nice about the advanced locomotion system is that it has a very good animation setup, basically. So I'm only gonna add upper body for when aiming. So in event graph, on do every frame, just gonna add a new part in here. Is there like a reference I can use? Yeah. Aiming. And we'll promote that to aiming. Cool. Now how did I do that in this thing? In this thing. Yeah, footstep sounds we don't need. Grab arrow notify we might need. So just quickly add that to notify events. Get arrows. Yeah. Remove arrow from mesh. Bloop. Bloop. Alrighty. That's not why we were there. So how is this done in the anim graph? Upper body montages, additive. It's not the most important thing, hit additive, for us to be doing right now. Sprinting, bow and arrow sprint. That's something we would want to equip. Add bow equipped. Oh, that's what I use. That makes sense. So we'll go back into do every frame. Get bow equipped. Bow equipped. So in the anim graph, so delete these actually. Blend by bool. Bow equipped. We're gonna get movement results again, and we're gonna basically do the same as here. Layered blend per bone. Upper body I'd still keep here because you might want to start doing other things in upper body, and equipping is an upper body, so we still want to have that as a separate. So save. Let's do it like this for now. Feed that in here, and then use movement results. Blend per bone, spine 1, that's fine. So now we're gonna have to do all the other things. Post by pool. Aiming. So we want different animation states for aiming or not aiming. And maybe one here for sprinting, but I might not do that because the video is already long enough, and after all of this you should be able to figure it out, I'd say. It doesn't even have sprinting. Okay, so yeah, we'll just differentiate between aiming and not aiming. Okay. Instant fire. Can we duplicate this? Alright. It does know where to find them. Duplicate, retarget. So replace primary fire. Retarget. Assign. Anim draw play rates. Anim draw. Alright, let's look up how this is set. Find references. Draw changes play rates. Is that from the bow? Might be from the bow. Okay, my PC's dying for a second. Yeah. Alright, we get it. So, I'll just add a little sequence here. Yeah. Get bow attached. Put it up here. Put this up here. Oh, we already made that thing now. And there we go. That's great. This is not great. Oh yeah, of course. Nice. Nice that it lets you know that it's wrong. So we already did that. Aiming custom. Duplicate. Change. Yeah, sucks that I have to do it this way. It's slow. Oh, I see. Cool. I think this would be pretty. I don't know. Now it's in that folder. Oh. Oopsie. Aiming. Hey, we have aiming. There we go. So this is already the upper body stuff that I was talking about before. Really? So maybe this is actually fine. Let me compare it and see what we're missing out on. Anim graph. So this is, I already say here, upper body, lower body, and combining the two. Fire montage is something we need. AO idle is something we need. Okay, let's add this. Yeah, okay, I see. So we do need to save this. Save. And then upper body result. Bow, whatever. So we need this. And this will take care of the fire montage and also the aim offset. And then we can hook that up into here and then yaw and pitch. How do I determine the yaw and the pitch? Set yaw, set pitch. This may be something that's already done in here, but yeah, the video is already hella long, so I just wanna, you know, kind of wrap it up. Is that okay? Pawn owner, yeah, well, it's the same. Whatever, I'll just do it like this, it's okay. So yeah, oh yeah, of course we still need to Control B. No, that would be Control B. Retarget. ALS. Change. Bow animations. Yes. Retarget. Drag that in here. Hook these up like that. This like this. Aiming is aiming. I don't know what's going on here. We compile. It's good. Fire montage. I don't know if that's... Yeah, that should be fine now. So, when we're aiming, we have the offset. Maybe we want to add, disable this for now. Am I using main state machine here, by the way? Movement results. Oh yeah, that's good. So when we're aiming, we don't want this. Aiming. So we disable the default aim offset that you get here. So only if aiming is false. Otherwise, if it's true, we'll just do like this. Okay, I'm very curious to see how this will go actually. Equip. It didn't go. Let me have a look. See what I did wrong. Mannequin, yeah. Bow equipped. Is that something I don't set anywhere? Bow equipped. Yeah, do. Okay, let's just have a look. Bow equipped. Oh, hee. So there's the slight offset, but the basis is there. I'm wondering what that offset is actually. Probably has to do with the way this layered blend per bone is set up. Which one though? By bool, layered blend per bone. Bool. So this is probably the issue. Because I don't remember 100% correctly. I'll just cheat and have a look. This, okay, that's probably it. I figured that was it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Boom. So you now have the archer that can fire arrows. And you can equip it again. You can sprint. The only thing you'll still need to do is actually allow for the sprint overrides and stuff. Oh, I mean, this looks actually kind of cool. I think this is better than in the original pack, that you can still sprint if you press shift. I think it's really nice. How do you crouch? So it also works with crouching now. Looks a little bit weird. You could do maybe more blend depth. Yeah, maybe a bit higher blend depth would make it even better. And grip it. And now we have archery in the ALS. This video is probably super duper long, but I hope it was useful to you. Even if you're using a different pack than the ALS, I hope that this showed you how to get started and how to get doing this. And yeah, I hope it was useful. I hope this, helps you progress in your project. If there are any issues, I might do a little follow-up video. I'll make sure to save this, and so I can, because there's probably something I forgot or that's like painfully broken or something. But yeah, that should be it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for getting the pack as well. I hope you're enjoying it, and good luck with your projects. I'm gonna go into the overview map, save everything, and really quickly just test out some different bows. First, make sure to change this. Cost to ALS, base character. Yeah. But yeah, feel free to tune out. Get current montage. So we can actually pick up different bows and see if everything works. All right. Let's have a look. Oh, now we're using the different player character, of course. None? Is that a thing? What character will we be? None. We will actually be none. Okay, so let's drag in a mannequin. Let's tell him to possess. Come on. Okay. Always aim. Only thing missing is the damage numbers because the cast doesn't work. But yeah, you'll manage to set that up. That's nothing too complicated. Okay, that's really cool. Boop. Boop. I don't know if AI will be able to hurt me. Ah, overlap doesn't work. Yeah, those are all pretty basic. Alright, yeah, this is really it. Thanks for watching, good luck with your projects, and yeah, see you in the next one.